guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Yvonne from Ginger Chick Rehab. Thank you for hopping on and checking out what I am up to. So in today's video, I am in need of some more wall decor. So I'm going to be sharing the process with you all of how I'm making over some old windows, and then getting them ready to resell using some beautiful decoupage paper. So first things first, I've already power washed these because when you buy old windows secondhand, sometimes they are not the cleanest by any means. So now I just have to pick what side of the window I want to show. So a lot of times one side is painted, both sides is painted. So you just have to pick out which side is pleasing to you. And so that's all I'm doing right now. And I'm going through and getting any of the, so when they paint them, they're painted in the houses usually. And then there's this lip on the outside. That's what I'm sanding nice and smooth right now. Most of the time, if there's any wood showing, I know that it's going to cause problems. I usually paint my windows white, and I'm going to have to seal that raw wood in with a few coats of shellac, or man, oh man, will that yellow my white paint. Yes, before I get comments down below, I've already tested these all for lead. You can get little test kits off of Amazon. A whole bunch comes in a box, and if it has lead on it, it'll automatically turn a bright coral. It just is something I've already done. And actually, this one I'm working on right now, I believe, is not so much of a window as it might have been from a cabinet of some sort. But it says glass in it, so it is a window to me. You see, I tried to pick out a whole bunch of different styles, different, some panes, no panes, whichever. Some has hardware, some does not have hardware on it. So I usually will take the hardware off if it has been painted on. I'm not a fan of it being painted, but that one I could not get off that little hook for anything. Like the little thing that on the top that will lock, I could get off, but that little thing on the bottom, no matter how hard I tried, it would not come off. And I thought, okay, well, somebody can just hang a wreath from that if they want to. So what do you all think of this color of window? Okay, it is a beautiful vintage green. One side is not painted. It's got raw wood, but I think I'm going to work with it. I think I'm going to leave it as is with that green, and I'm going to leave those hinges. But after getting them sanded, I'm going to go back through and get any more dirt off. The power washer gets the main part, but I still have to go back in with a washcloth. And this way I can make sure that any of my glass is secure. Sometimes you need to have those glazing points and put them in because I don't really worry too much about recaulking them because I don't need them to be weather tight. I just need the glass to stay in place. But now I'm just going to get them cleaned up with some Dawn dish soap and some hot water. And now I've narrowed it down that I only have to repaint 3 of them. I just like putting a fresh coat of Kills Paint and Primer in the flat white on these. I just like to brighten up. And once you start painting on them, you're like, oh yeah, it really does need brightened up. Just cleaned up. Some of that dirt just doesn't come off. It's just nice to have a nice clean surface. So I'll usually go in with 2 coats because 1 coat does not completely cover. I already kind of picked out what I want to match this window, and I have this decoupage paper with this big hog, and there is this green shade that matches this window beautifully. Unfortunately, this is a 20 by 30 piece of decoupage paper, the 18-pound, but it doesn't fit the window completely, but that's okay. We'll deal with that when it comes. Now I'll give the window one last cleaning, making sure all the panes are, nothing is loose, giving them a good cleaning because once I start gluing on it, any little debris that's there is going to get glued on. So I'm going for my Norwex cloths, getting them cleaned up with Enviro cloth, and then I'll wipe it clean with the dry cloth to make the glass nice and clean. And now I need to start cutting my paper, which is also always a little bit stressful, I have to admit. I know that the halfway cut is easy, just cutting down the middle here, but then of course the folds are folded into 4 sections, but my window is 3 sections, so then I have to go in and very gingerly cut those squares out. You gotta love the power of editing, because voila, there we are. I have 6 panels. You just want to make sure that you have them cut just a wee bit bigger so that you're not seeing the glass or tight fit or whichever way you are the most comfortable. I always like to give myself just a little bit. It'll match up. I'm not too worried about that. So to glue it onto the window, I'm just using the regular Mod Podge, putting a nice healthy coat. What I'm doing now is I'm adding water onto my fingertip, and just the edge of that paper, I am just wetting that down, and then I'm taking my fingernail and I'm just kind of fraying those edges. I don't want that sharp, crisp line to be there. And then I'm going to clean it up. I want to make sure that there's not any of the little pieces on there or any of the other Mod Podge on there. Just want to make it look like it's just one flow, that it's kind of aged with time. Yep, just taking all those little bits and pieces off, and then I'm actually going to go ahead and just use my cloth to wet the back of my paper down, because then I realized that my water bottle that I usually mist it with has decided to stop working. So you just sometimes when you're in a project, you just have to be inventive with what you're going to do, and it actually worked out just fine. So after I wet it, I just used that saran wrap to help get any extra wrinkles out, and then I just have to keep repeating the process until I finished all 6 panels. Now that I have all 6 panels applied, I have to figure out how am I going to fill that blank space. And I actually have purchased some of the background papers from Zazzle, and oh yes, I do like those. So now I'm deciding which one of the fake barnwood ones I would like, and I really thinking that dark brown one is awesome. So all I did was cut it the same just to fit. I'm going to remember where my lines are so it looks like it's behind it. But if I put the entire piece behind the original paper that I already had there, it's going to darken that up and it's going to change that color. So I'm going to work really hard right in this little area. I'm going to do that same thing. I'm going to do Mod Podge it down, but then I'm going to cut off the excess doing the same technique I did to fray those other edges. I'm just trying to make just a slight edge, but the water, once you wet it, the water works perfectly just to fray that paper. I have all those applied. It really was really easy. So now I just always like to make my backs look just as pretty as my fronts. So even while the Mod Podge is still wet, this is perfectly fine to do. I just have some contractor's paper, just like that brown paper sack. I buy it in a big roll, and I like to put this on the back of my wall decor. So just hot glue it on all 4 edges, and then I'll just take some sandpaper and sand off the excess paper. And then also I'll add some eyelet hooks and a 17 gauge wire because windows are heavy, and give a nice new hanging system to these. Now for all 3 of the white windows, I will go in after my 2 coats of paint is dry. I'm going to go in with some 220 sandpaper. I'm going to distress those edges. I really like to bring some of that wood back through. That really makes it look vintage and old, and makes it not look so like I just painted these windows. I always have to give each window a good thorough cleaning, double checking that glass, make sure that glass is in there. I know it's repetitive, but you don't want the glass falling out after you just glued decoupage paper on. So yep, one last cleaning, making sure there's not any paint crumbs or sanding left behind. This one pane window, I absolutely love this gray aged barn. The barns sell really well for me, and as I'm making these, we're going into our Christmas open house at our antique mall where our few booths are. So I'm trying to do items that I know are for sure sale. You know, don't we all do that? And yep, just a plain, beautiful barn, and it fits perfectly. I don't have to add anything else to it, but just Mod Podging it down. And you could spend the time to iron out the wrinkles, but once you've wet the paper, I find that there's really not much of a need for doing that because it works itself out. And now I need to go ahead and release that tension in the corners to make a corner cut. And I like to glue in sections, that way I have a little bit more control, because once that paper gets moist and wet with the Mod Podge, it does rip easily. Be working on this 2-pane window, just a simple decoupage paper. Yes, actually, you can order different sizes. You don't always have to get the big sheets of 20 by 30. If you have smaller windows, you can order it. So I like to have multiples on hand. I like to window shop and put things in my cart and buy them later. So this paper, I absolutely love the wording. I loved the advertising of it all, and I loved the color of it. And now I have to decide where to make my cut, because I really want to keep that date on there, so it won't just be cut down the middle where the crease is this time. One thing I find with wetting the paper down, not only does it help get the wrinkles out, but you also can see your image. So when you're trying to line things up, you see where to line them up at. The last window I'm working on is the 4-pane. So yep, I got to go in and distress that. I really want to go in and distress the edges. I want each one of those pane framed areas to show a lot of the wood. So now I'm actually going to do just a straight background on this. for paint. There's just something about for paint and then adding a wreath to it that I just absolutely love. So for this one, I'm actually using 2 pieces of the decoupage paper. Fortunately, I'm just shy of making it completely fit. So a lot of times on Zazzle, when you order, it's almost automatically you're going to get 2. So I love that because I already know that I'm going to have 2 pieces of the paper. So what I'm doing here is I'm just cutting them in half, and then that way I'm going to have enough for both sides, and I'm just going to make them coordinate. And actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and apply the paper. I'm trying to keep my lines because there's lines on those barnwood slats. So what I'm going to do is the middle section of this paper is really on the gray side, and I want mostly red for my background. So I'm going to flip both sides, if that makes sense, of each of the different pieces of paper. So the red is working its way in, and there's just a little bit of that gray. And then once I get it all glued on, then I can cut off the excess and save it for another project. Here again, wetting down that paper is really going to help me match up. So I'm going to work upwards, not straight across, because I'm making my papers come in together. Okay, so have I inspired you to look at old windows in a new way? I know they are usually pretty filthy, dirty, needing of a freshened up. Sometimes that green one did not. That was a beautiful color, and whew, and I just absolutely love to have decoupage paper on hand. I try to buy the biggest sheets. It does come in multiple sizes and multiple thickness, so just check out when you're buying it, and then just trying out those backgrounds like that barn paper for the first time to see how I like that. I do think that I like that a lot because windows are already heavy in themselves, let alone adding kind of wood in the back of it. Whew, that makes a heavy item to have to hang on your wall. So let me know down in the comments below, have I inspired you in any way to look at old windows in a new way along with decoupage paper? I always link the decoupage paper, either Piglet's Closet or Zazzle, down in the descriptions below so you can go and check them out. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time, and you can see what we're up to. Bye!